can't save everyone. It's going to be a part of their... Do you stop being a superhero because you couldn't save 10 people? That's the whole point of the journey. It spurs him on to become stronger and better, and then to be more vigilant every time. That even will push his character to become stronger, test his speed, all that kind of stuff. So yes, do the baby thing, minus the crap CGI, be unable to save the mother and child, and then this could be the reason why. He's out of breath, something is up. Is it the Speed Force? And even that, you can introduce the Speed Force through that experience he's having. To us, the audience, to those who don't know the Flash story, cartoon, comic book, or anything else. To those of us who don't know, we just know this guy runs fast. We don't know how he runs fast. He's a superhero done. For those who don't know, you explain, oh, he got hit by lightning, blah, blah, blah. Speed Force, that's how we then get to learn, oh, that's how he runs fast. That's why he runs fast. All that stuff is easily explained, or you can beautifully explain that through that experience. So him going back home, talking to Bruce, Diana, then going to his own space, even talking to his dad. Standard, typical trope, but let's go through it with him. Then he thinks to himself, what if I could undo it? Then he's planting a seed in his own mind. What if I could go back in time and save that mother and child? Or if that was the whole movie, nothing even wrong with that one. There are ways you could do that, because whilst you're trying to do that, maybe he's affecting a particular timeline, like a butterfly effect. So many ripple effects you could introduce in the movie as you're doing the whole fix it thing. Because essentially, you're kind of trying to play God. And maybe that's the lesson he should learn for himself. Just because you have these powers doesn't mean you're God. So maybe I've got these powers specifically to be able to alter time. What if I could go back in time and stop Hitler, or stop nuclear weapons or nuclear bombs from being created? You could introduce very, very, very sharp discussion points about someone who has the ability to alter time. How would you use or misuse that ability? Maybe that's another seed in for how you can introduce the villain of this movie, the Reverse Flash, or someone else. Or what if we were watching the alternate version of him, and it's through his vantage point we started the movie with? You could have gone so many ways. Imagine if we were watching the Negative Flash's origin story, and we thought we were watching our regular Flash. Then we see how he becomes dark by trying to change that whole outcome of saving the baby and the mother. This is why you need multiple people in the room, so we can all bounce off different ideas from each other and not come up with baby pathetic. Damn, son. I'm going to keep repeating that. I'm going to, because this is how you talk and create ideas. What do you think about this idea? And most importantly, what is the through line you want the audience to feel and experience? What is Barry going through right now? He's sad. He's upset with himself. He couldn't save a mother and child. At least you saved everyone except the mother and child. Imagine if you couldn't save everyone. How would you deal with that? Anyway, we push on through. This is, again, another scene. This is how you use the Flash. You could have easily asked Jay Garrick, which is this guy to the right, this world's Flash. I'm not really into the comics that much, so I wish I could give you guys a breakdown of who Jay Garrick is. But again, there are plenty of videos out there. You can Google him as well. Go on YouTube, and you guys can educate yourselves more about the different characters and the different versions of Flash in different timelines and different multiverses. So there's layers. This is what I mean when I said in my other video, DC has their own library that they can pick from to make great movies. Not just good, but great movies. And they ended up picking this shit script compilation of nonsense together to make a movie. We sat down and saw people insult viewers like myself and others, fans, non-fans alike. I'm not talking about people who loved or liked the movie or didn't mind the movie. I'm talking about those of us who know this is rubbish. We've seen perfect iterations and uses of the Flash's powers that we haven't even seen everything yet. We haven't seen everything done yet. That's what's beautiful about the Flash. All right, now here we go.
Based on the trajectory, the velocity, Hawkman's wingspan, he won't make it.
This isn't saving babies, and the Wonder Woman says, "Oh, I like your suit," and his Flash is going,
Looking good, Flash.
Well, I think
Age is one thing, yes. But character depiction is another thing. You can say Flash was 15 there or 12 years old. Depict the character a little differently. So whether or not the Flash in the movie we got with Andy Muschietti was 25, 35, I don't care what age. Character depiction is very, very important. You can make him very young, middle-aged, old, whatever. Give us a great character depiction. How does he think with his powers? What does he apply in his powers? Does he do mathematical equations before he jumps, before he runs fast? How does he operate? Let's proceed.
Based on the trajectory, the velocity,
Look at this.
Hawkman's wingspan, he won't make it.
He's already analyzed. He's already studied what he's about to do and what's going on. A plane is falling, Hawkman is flying. It makes sense that the only guy with wings on the team should be able to fly there, pick him out from his airplane before it crashes. But Flash is like, nah, boom. Even though Garrick, who's old, not an older Flash, but older than him based on the timeline they're in right now. He's older than him, but he makes the call first. That's someone who's using his brain. His brain is moving at quick speed. Quick speed. He didn't hesitate. Quick time. Let's take that back one more time. Vroom. Zoom into the Flash now.
Based on the trajectory, the velocity, Hawkman's wingspan,
Watch this.
he won't make it.
Hawkman is flying. Past Hawkman. Perfection. Watch this now. Beautiful. Watch this now.
What's going on with my speed?
Even in action, he's still aware that his speed is like, yo, what's going on? Whilst he's running, he didn't stop to assess himself like, oh my God, I'm slowing down. I've never been this slow before. He's assessing himself whilst he's running and also trying to meet that target before that plane crashes. There's so many things going on in this scene right now. Check this out. Still pushing himself. Then Jay joins him. Beautiful. Watch this now. Still both panting. Beautiful scene right there. To me and to us, the viewers, that tells us that Garrick has never done that, even though Garrick is older than Flash. In this scene right here, you can tell he's a much older, much mature Flash. Out of all the experiences or uses of Garrick's powers, he's never had to use his powers like this. Jay had to learn on the fly right there as he's watching Flash do that. That is beautiful. You've shown us two different speedsters on screen. One of them knows how to do something who's younger. The other one who's older doesn't know how to do what the younger one is doing. You would think that almost every speedster would try all the iterations of their abilities, vibrate my fingers and pinky and all this stuff. But Garrick has never had to be in a situation where he has to do something like this. Whereas I wonder what Flash has gone through multiple times to have to learn to swirl his hands around so fast to create this whirlwind tornado thing. Beautiful. Just want to take that back one more time. One more time. Look at the way they both stop. It's a cartoon, but for the love of Ra, there's no excuses on the planet. Even Makari in the Eternals crap movie, they do a perfect iteration of a speedster in that movie. Perfect. Perfect. So there's no longer any more excuses. And plus, that Eternals crap movie also came out before this Flash movie. No more excuses. People could say it's a cartoon, so it's easy to animate. You can go into the minutia of the animation versus CGI versus green screen versus rope technique and stuntmen and stuntwomen. If you want us to come and see your movies, you will put in the work. Even though this is a slight spoiler, I've not given away the story for this particular movie. So guys, go and check this out. I encourage you guys to check this out. It's called Justice Society World War II. And the way they use Wonder Woman in this one as well, the fight scenes, that's going to be the part 4 or part 5, because the way this video is going, it sounds like it's already a long video. But let's continue. This is how you use your powers, not saving babies. This is how it's done. And then Jay's like, okay, on the spot in like 3 seconds. So imagine the Flash had to learn that and then eventually master it, but just to create it in thought. Like, what if okay, cool. It's like moving your hand in one rotation and the other one clockwise and anti-clockwise. Even that, one clockwise, anti-clockwise, second one, cool. What if I did it in 2 different rotations? You just perfection. That's someone who's testing himself every time. Every time. This is it. Look at that. Look at that. Clean, effective, intelligent use of your powers. Hawkman just landed. He just landed. This is a cartoon and they did a great job. The people who sat down to create the step-by-step, the storyboard, even before that, what do we want to show in this scene? You discuss it first. Quick sketches. Are we cool? We agree? Boom, go for it. You might change it here and there in the future, yes. But this is amazing. This is beautiful. It's how you do this kind of scenes when it comes to the Flash or multiple speedsters on screen. Intelligence, efficiency, and make it smart for the love of Ra. They're both still out of breath, both of them. Still out of breath. I have no excuses for DC. I have no excuses. If you want to do like Elseworld stories where not everything ties in per se, but don't confuse the audience by having 10 versions of Batman. That gets sour, that gets boring. Maybe 2. One version, another version. Keep it there. And a different iteration of the characters. If one dies, you can replace or switch roles. Maybe an older Batman replaces the younger Batman in this world. Create that kind of playfulness. You don't have to. Again, that's probably another bad idea to other people's ears, just as the baby thing is a bad idea. So to me, it sounds good. You do the Elseworld thing. Don't create 10 Batmans, 10 Wonder Womans, 10 Superwomen. Boring. To Superman and Super. No, I just love the combination of these different characters in one movie. It's just it works. But this shot is just a beautiful way to just show that DC has infinite resources of their own characters, their own stories, their own world to explore. Every movie we got right after the Man of Steel has just gone downhill, in my opinion. I'm not saying those of you who love it suck balls. I'm saying I have not enjoyed them to the fullest, especially not as much as I enjoyed Man of Steel. And if anything, in terms of ranking, DC, all the things DC has released so far for me in terms of movies, live action movies, and animation, Batman animated series, Superman, every animated Superman, Batman, and Justice League characters has been there. So Batman, Man of Steel. You know what? I'm going to do a proper ranking because I'm confusing my own self right now because I've seen a lot of DC's feature-length animations, and they're almost all of them perfect. Almost some hit or miss here and there, but not as bad as that Flash movie. The Flash movie is the worst. Even the whole Aquaman right now, I'm not looking forward to the second one at all. I'm not excited. I don't give a crap. I don't care. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your one and only host, the Cosmic Jedi, signing out.